Well, thank you for coming today. We have presentations from PG&E and Central Coast Community Energy. This is a presentation in partnership with our wonderful energy efficiency partners here in California and primarily the Central Coast of California. And we're excited to present this on behalf of the Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Great. My name is Helen Liu. I am a senior program manager at PG&E in the residential and partnerships group under energy efficiency. So I want to wish everybody a happy National Energy Efficiency Day. I hope everyone takes a few minutes just to think about energy efficiency and how you're using energy. Maybe if you can, power down between 4 and 9 today, if possible. But yeah, thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to come and speak a little bit about our energy efficiency programs to celebrate the day. Perla, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Perla Barrientos. I'm a senior program manager at PG&E as well. I'm with the Income Qualified and Disadvantaged Communities program, and I'm happy to be here as well. I want to apologize in case my dog starts barking. I'm going to put myself mostly on mute, but when my presentation comes up, I just want you guys to know that I have a dog, and a few minutes ago it was barking. I apologize for that. Go ahead, Helen.
Okay, great. So today, Pearl and I are going to be talking about PG&E, some non-residential and residential energy cost-saving programs that PG&E offers to help folks out. So I'd like to start off today. So I just want to check. Did you guys see the advancement in slides?
Yes.
Okay, good. So today I'd like to start off just talking about PG&E's energy management tools. So whether you're a resident or a non-res customer, when you log into your pgne.com account, you'll see, part of this slide, what I'm showing on the slide where it talks about my account. And it has a handful of different links to other items that are helpful. One of them is this bill forecast alert that I don't think it's new, but I do think it is helpful since the pandemic. It's a tool to help you better manage your monthly energy bill. It gives you time to adjust your home's energy use if you're trending towards exceeding the bill amount that you set. So you go in there and you enter the number that you, or the bill amount that you want to get an alert at, and it'll either text you, email you, or call you, depending on what you like, to let you know, hey, you're heading towards this amount. So you may want to consider a little bit more when you continue using energy in your home.
That is really cool. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I've got to say I did not know that was a thing. And it's like I get those alerts like your bank account's below this amount, and it's like, oh, I got to keep an eye on it now. And I always play the guessing game when my energy bill comes. I'm like, please be under a certain amount. This actually is wonderful and could help me stay on track with my goals.
Exactly. And especially ever since work from home, I've gotten this alert a little bit more than I had previously. So for those of you who are working from home, and you could potentially find this to be a useful tool. Also within my account, you can see your energy usage details. It's pretty standard. You can compare your bills either across the different months of the year, or you can compare your bills against a residence that's similar within your neighborhood. You can do this home energy checkup, where it's a 5-minute online survey where you answer questions specific about your home, the people who live in your house, and how you use energy. And from that, it can give you this breakdown over here on the right side of how you use energy in your home. And that can be helpful because, like in this particular example, you can see, oh, wow, look, that water heating is 50% of my bill. Maybe I could take, 5-minute showers instead of 10-minute showers. So it's just an interesting way for you to better understand how you're using energy so that you can make the perfect decisions for your household. We also have links on tips for how you can save energy. And then also we let you know or remind you what rate plan you are on. PG&E has been making a shift to time of use for a number of different people, but we also have the tiered rates. If you don't know what plan you're on, this will tell you. And then if you don't know if that's the best rate plan you should be on, then you want to click on manage your rate plan. Once you click there are some tools to help you determine, oh, is this the right rate plan? What are the other, options I have? And then you could go ahead and make a change through your account here online.
I have a random question for you. I know it's not supposed to be like, just jump on in, but
no, please.
It's fresh on my head. I'm a renter and my rent includes water, but I actually just realized that the cost of heating that water, it probably comes on my bill for electricity.
So you pay for your heating bills?
I do. I pay for anything like turning on my lights, heating, cooling, running the air, running the fan, running my dehumidifier. But my water gets paid for in my rent.
So I have a question. Do you know if where you live is central, like a central water heating, or is there a water heater at each individual?
A water heater at each individual unit.
Okay, then yes, you pay for your water heating.
My water.
You pay
okay, that's good to know. Because when it's included in your rent, you're maybe a little more laissez-faire about it. But now I'm actually incurring a cost that I didn't know I was.
Yep, you are paying for that in your gas bill, the gas portion. I'm assuming you don't have an electric water heater, but if you do.
Correct. No, I don't. No.
Good question. Next, we have Marketplace. So Marketplace is an e-commerce online platform that provides information about energy efficiency products and PG&E rebates. And so some of the products you can see are listed here. We've got smart thermostats, if you want to connect your home, so you have the Internet of Things like all over throughout your house. We have efficient gas water heaters, electric water heaters, and more. So an individual cannot buy products directly from Marketplace, but Marketplace, provides the links from which you can purchase the items. And it does a little bit of shopping for you. So it gives you kind of like the best prices around. It also provides this thing called an energy score, which kind of is a rating on energy efficiency. So if you get a really high energy score, that means, oh yes, this product is probably going to save more energy for me than something with a lower energy score. It also provides reviews. Like I mentioned, it gives you some of the best deals. And then also when you click on what type of product you want, it'll let you know if there's a rebate that's being offered through PG&E. Let's see. Next is our non-residential programs. So PG&E offers assistance for all of these different industries. This may be in the form of direct install projects or deemed rebates for projects that you install yourself, or if you hire a contractor, you can get a deemed rebate if someone else, does the project for you. So if you are involved in any of these different industries, I encourage you to click on this link. I'm assuming that the participants will be able to get the slide deck, but we included links where you can click on which specific industry it is, and then that will take you to the more details of specifically what is provided for that specific industry. One thing I wanted to mention was that for the local government agencies, PG&E partners with different organizations throughout our service territory to help specifically with trying to reduce energy usage in local government agencies and municipalities. The Energy Watch that is in your territory is the Central California Energy Watch. And that is run by San Joaquin Valley Clean Energy Organization, but they're a little bit further away. So they've partnered with AMBAG, which I'm thinking some of you guys are familiar with AMBAG, the Association of Monterey Bay Area Governments, to kind of fortify the relationships that they have with the local jurisdictions. Last thing I wanted to mention about non-res programs is PG&E does offer on-bill financing. I know there are a lot of requirements around on-bill financing, and that's not my expertise, so I don't know all of them, but if you want more information on what those requirements are, please go to this link and take a look, and if you have any more questions, I'm sure we can help solve some of those. So for those of you who were just wearing the business owner hat, go ahead and take that off and put on your residential cap for a second. So we do have residential programs. I'll just briefly walk through them. One of them is called Home Intel. It's a free online energy analysis based on your actual usage, or I should say energy usage for that specific house based on the data coming from the smart meter. And so based on how you are actually using your energy, you can get custom recommendations from an on-the-phone coaching to help you for your specific house. So it's not generic, it's really for you. We have Home Energy Rewards. That provides a energy efficiency and water saving kit that you could install at your house, and then also just general information on how you can reduce your energy. If you install the kit and you end up reducing energy, you can actually earn rewards for some of the savings that you generate. And those rewards can be redeemed for gift certificates. We also have Comfortable Home Rebates. That's a home maintenance and improvement program focused on conditioning your space to make it comfortable for you. So it's like your HVAC equipment, your air conditioner, your heater, your building enclosure. This program is available in all areas of PG&E's territory except for the Bay Area. But if you do live in the Bay Area, we do have there is a similar program that's offered by BayRen, which is different than PG&E, obviously. But they do have something similar for customers who are interested in upgrading their HVAC. So PG&E offers a handful of rebates, and our biggest program right now is the Smart Thermostat rebate. So you can earn $50 if you want to, you can get a $50 rebate if you purchase an eligible Smart Thermostat, and those eligible equipment are listed on Marketplace. In addition to the $50, if you are on a time of use rate, or if you're willing to switch to a time of use rate, you can earn an additional $70. So $120 total for purchasing a smart thermostat and being on time of use. So in addition to the smart thermostat, PG&E offers rebates for heat pump water heaters and generators and batteries. So tips to save energy while working from home. As I mentioned, the previous pie chart kind of showed that, cooling and heating takes up a lot of energy or uses a lot of energy. It constitutes a large part of the bill. So you can save about 2% on your energy bill for each degree that the thermostat is changed. So in the summertime, you're going to want to increase, So in the wintertime, you're going to want to lower the thermostat, and during the summer, you want to increase the thermostat. And so for every degree that you change, you could save up to 2%. Or you could just do it the old-fashioned way, put on an extra sweater during the wintertime, or put on some shorts and a t-shirt during the summertime. We're all working from home. It's okay. We've got these also LED light bulbs. So today's LEDs, they use up to 90% less energy than our old-fashioned incandescent bulbs. And they last 15 times longer and save more than $50 in electricity bills over the lifetime of the bulbs. So we really encourage folks to switch incandescents to LEDs if that change hasn't already been made. And now I will pass it to Perla.
Perla, I can't tell if you're speaking right now, but I do believe you're muted. Oh, okay.
Yes, thank you. My computer wasn't cooperating. I couldn't unmute myself. Anyways, thank you very much. What I'm going to speak about is about the Energy Savings Assistance Program, what we call ESA. I'm sure that most of you might be aware of the ESA program. However, I have included the pgne.com area where we have the website where we have more information in case you want to get more information. The ESA program is a home improvement for energy efficiency, safety, and comfort. There's no cost to qualified customers, Its services apply to houses, apartments, and mobile homes. What we do is PG&E approved contractors will provide the materials, the labor, and the education. What the contractor will do will visit your home and do a home assessment and energy, and they will provide you energy education as well. After the home assessments, they will notify us what kind of solutions they can implement in order to make your home more comfortable and to be more safe and efficient. Some of the most common improvements include, which I include here, is the LED lighting, power strips, faucets, aerators, and waterproofing. The qualifications are really, really simple. If the individual meets the CARE household income levels, and I'll show you in the next slide what that is about, can participate or they participate in qualifying public assistance programs and provide documentation of income, they will automatically be enrolled in the ESA program. For homeowners or renters, we need approval of the homeowner, obviously, in order to make any kind of changes. For the most part, we have no problems with homeowners agreeing to this. And the house must be at least 5 years old. I included in here 2 videos, one in Spanish and English, just in case you want to provide it to your customers or to other individuals that you know of. Can I get the next slide, please? So here's the income qualifications. You'll see on the left-hand side, depending on your household, this is the income that you must have in order to participate in the program. However, if any member of your household is automatically participating in any of the following public assistance programs, the household will also qualify. And that is the Bureau of Indian Affairs, of General Assistance, CalFresh, CalWorks, Head Start, Healthy Families, Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program or LIHEAP, Medicaid or Medi-Cal, Supplemental Security Income, Women's, Infants, and Children or WIC program, and National School Lunch Program. As you guys all know, as of a couple months ago, I believe the National School Lunch Program was provided to all the school children throughout California. A lot of people might not know this, but it was in the news. So anybody who is receiving, who has a child in the school and it has applied for the school lunch program will automatically qualify for the ESA program. Next slide, please. So I'm not going to read all of this in this slide, but these are some of the most home improvements that the most, the home improvements that we usually use and install in homes. And you'll see the electric measures, the heat source dependent measures, the water measures as well in there. All of this information is in our website. However, what the contractor will do is they will go in, analyze your home, and decide which of these measures apply to your home. We have some exceptions. For instance, air sealing improvements are dependent if the home is heating system, depending on the home's heating system, fuel source. And also depends if the home is, if we provide the services to that particular home. Some homes we provide the electric service, and sometimes we do not provide the gas service. So depending on that, some of these improvements will not be able to be installed. But some of them are really great. For instance, we do have replacement of refrigerators, and you'll see that there, clothes washers, and smoke alarms, and so forth and so on. So this is something that a lot of the low-income customers or middle-income customers should take advantage of. Next slide, please. Well, that's my presentation. Thank you very much. And Helen, I'll give it to you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both. And I think now maybe is a good time while we're making our next presenter a co-host on Zoom to go ahead and ask the PG&E representatives questions that we have. Honestly, my biggest question is like, I'm a renter. And so investing in the property that I'm currently at to like weatherize my windows, which are single pane and super old, and some of them are floor to ceiling in my living room. I'm sure any heat that I run in the winter is going out the window and spending a lot of money. Fortunately, we have, mild winters here. I don't have AC, so in the summer, we've had a pretty mild summer as well. But what can I do? I don't want to invest a ton in the property because I have no equity in it. When I move, I can't take those things with me. What are some, just small things I can do to reduce my energy costs, be more efficient, help conserve?
Well, let me start before Helen provides more information. I think that individuals like you should apply for the ESA program. And the reason for that is because any kind of repairs or adjustments will be provided to you and the owner of the home for free. And like I mentioned, most owners will agree to this. And the reason because it's an investment in their property, obviously. And for you, it will mean a reduction of bills, PG&E bills, because you're not, your electricity, your gas, or not, but your heating is not going out of the window or so forth and so on. And I don't know, Helen might have other suggestions as well.
I do actually. So on that non-residential list, one of the industries there listed was property owner. And so PG&E actually has a multi-family energy savings program, which I also happen to manage. And so for that, I'm working with an implementer who's reaching out to different property owners and building owners to say, hey, what kind of upgrades do you want to do? I've got these, measures with good prices and good rebates. How about, do you want to install and I give you the rebate? And if not, do you want our assistance to try and help find someone who can do this kind of stuff for you? So that's obviously higher level, and it's not answering specifically, Lindsay, your question about what you can do. But just imagine if you could tell or share the information about this MESP program that I'm talking about with your building owner, and they go, and they could do that retrofits for the whole building. Well, then everybody would win. Yes, it would be a financial investment for your property owner for sure. But, times are changing. And so people really need to understand the implications of wasting energy. Or conscious about not emitting excessive greenhouse gases and using less energy. So hopefully they would be open to it with OBF too, because MESP works with OBF. There's certainly a potential if there's interest.
Wonderful. I actually recently learned that 66% of Monterey County residents are renters. And what I know from my personal experience, and I'm sure a lot of people are in this same situation, is I think I've met the owner like once. He's a nice guy and all. He's local, which I do like, but he hires a property management company. So I wouldn't even know how to get a hold of the guy who owns it. I don't know if property management companies would basically pass the buck to the owner, but it does seem sometimes like it's out of my control.
Yeah, I definitely hear you. And so the program that I'm working on, they, talk to the property owners, but they also definitely influence property management companies too, especially if you're a property management company and you have 10 properties that you're managing, maybe doing some kind of bulk over, program with multiple buildings makes more sense. Maybe you can't do the deepest retrofit on one building, but maybe we can, upgrade the heating just for these buildings, and we'll leave the other upgrades for later. But if that kind of situation can come up, then the property management company would be the one who would be most interested.
Thank you so much. So our next presenter is Gabe with Central Coast Community Energy. And Gabe, I'm thinking that since you're going to be presenting into Zoom, since we're recording it, but also to the people who are here today, maybe we can have you pivot so that we are all kind of hearing you, or feel free to use the podium, whichever you think.
Yeah.
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 And if we need to mute us here so that there's not feedback, I don't know if that would help, but if you're saying you'll mute yours and kind of use this one.
Yeah.
Got it. Yep. seem to be coming through our audio.
Muted.
Oh, this is
He's muted.
No, I'm muted.
this should be here.
Yeah, I'm hoping it can. Yeah, if not, if you want to mute. Sure.
But it doesn't seem to be, does it?
Okay. No, if you guys can't hear me, so maybe.
I don't think we're muted. You muted them, but we need to mute us. I bet if you just hover over, I can tell you what it says.
Okay.
Over here.
There's the mic.
Okay, perfect. Yes.
Okay. All right, good. Well, thank you, Lindsay and State Valley Chamber for having me today. I really appreciate it. I wanted to just share a couple topics that Central Coast Community Energy is what we're working on. We work closely with PG&E, in terms of they have some really great programs, as you just saw, to help residential customers. That's okay. And also just to make sure, they've done a lot of really great programs, and being a customer of Central Coast Community Energy and PG&E allows you to take part in both of our programs that we offer. So being a PG&E customer, you can dip into those programs, and being a customer of Central Coast Community Energy, you can also dip into ours.
Can we pause real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that the guests on Zoom can hear us. Fabulous.
Perfect.
Just wanted to double check.
Yes.
Who we are as an agency, I know sometimes that's a question that we get quite a bit. Who are you guys? What are you guys doing? So what we are is we are a CCA, which is a community choice aggregate, or you can think of it as like community choice energy. So what we do as an agency is we have brought together 33 cities and counties. These agencies is what we call them. So what they've done is basically, voted that they are going to have a little bit more oversight and control of where their energy is coming from. So we have, you can see here, from Santa Cruz all the way down through Santa Barbara County right now. These are all of our member agencies along with the Central Coast. We just completed our doing our last enrollment. We're doing that in Southern Santa Barbara County right now, which are Edison territory, Southern California, Edison. But we will have one more enrollment to do in Buellton, in the city of Buellton, which will conclude all of our enrollments that we have scheduled. So just to kind of give you an idea, we do touch the entire Central Coast. A lot of our member agencies, from all these cities and all these counties, you see me here, we're part of all the chambers, all of the farm bureaus, vintners associations, community-based organizations, other nonprofits. So we do a lot of work within each of these individual communities because for us, we are community focused. And one thing to recognize that there is 23 other CCAs in the state of California. So we're focused just here on the Central Coast itself. One thing I always like to point out is that, mainly here is that in our response to COVID, I know a lot of people sometimes are not aware, but during May and June of last year, we reduced our rates. Again, this is in response to COVID for all of our customers across the board. No action needed to be taken. We just cut our rates in half for the months of May and June. We did that. Our board unanimously voted on that to happen. We made that happen very quickly. Part of that really is that, we have a reserve fund that we're able to dip into. So during just that time period in the months of May and June, we were able to save our customers $24 million at that time. So that's $24 million back into the pockets of pretty much at that time, it was only everybody in the Tri-County. We had not enrolled the communities in San Luis Obispo or Santa Barbara County yet. So that was just here on, the Monterey, Santa Cruz, and San Benito counties. So always something that we like to share. Also, other accomplishments that we've made, we have 38 full-time employees in San Luis Obispo, but also that, we've received an A credit rating from the S&P, and that credit rating is going to allow us to go out and do more for our customers. It's a nice tool to have in our belt. So always something I want to share with everybody. We do have a 95% enrollment. I believe that number, once we kind of get the totals from this year's enrollment of Santa Barbara County and the communities in San Luis Obispo, I do believe that number is going to increase. And then kind of talking about our pathway to 100% clean and renewable energy. What we are doing is we do have a goal clearly stated there that we want to get to all of our customers using energy that comes from 100% clean and renewable sources. So you can see there what our goal to do that is by 2030, by 2025, we want 60% of that energy to come from clean and renewable sources, and really allowing, us to. We have been putting together contracts. We have over $1 billion in long-term solar plus storage contracts right now, which we've been doing since 2018. So those are the types of contracts. And right now we have 8 projects. We are scheduled to have 13. We've had several come online already this year. And that's what really is going to make this affordable, these long-term projects that we have in our portfolio. Also, what we're doing is we are looking at some RFPs and RFQs around energy storage and reliability. So what that really is doing, it's trying to create a more resilient grid and a more resilient community. So we want to avoid certain things that we can participate in. We want to help if people are looking at battery storage projects. We want to make sure that we have the ability to support those projects. One thing to remember is that, yes, we do create revenue, but every dollar that we make has to go back to the community in some way. And so a lot of the ways we do that is through our RFPs, through our energy programs, which I'll get into here shortly. But just a couple of the energy projects or the RFP that we have going on. We had one out in January of this year. We received 21 projects during that time. And really you can see we have one in Santa Barbara County, one in Santa Cruz County, and then we have a couple other sites here between Monterey and San Benito counties. So currently under negotiation and kind of figuring all that out. But these are local projects, that we are helping fund. And we want to make sure that, the ability to do these projects locally stays local, right? We want to make sure that that is helping building, again, a more resilient Central Coast. And then also we had another request for quote come out in June of this year. So this is around battery storage projects, standalone battery storage projects. So we're looking for projects anywhere between 1 to 5 megawatts throughout our service area. And so again, we had 18 developers submit quotes on that RFQ. And I think really, the next phase, is going to be moving into the contracting negotiations over the next couple of years here. But getting into our programs, so what we've done into our programs over the last 3 years of our service, right? So what we've done is we've usually put that into ag electrification. We had the Cali EVIP charging infrastructure program. We had Electrify Your Ride. So these are all programs that, we look at the end of each year and we say, how can we improve those? How can we make them better? How can we reach more people? How do we let the communities know this is accessible to them? And a lot of what we do is, my part is a lot of outreach. And then we have an entire team that focuses strictly on small to medium businesses. We have teams that work on large and key accounts. And then we also have teams that work on community engagement. So we really want to make sure that people are aware and taking advantage of these opportunities. One thing to really look at is, as I said, over the last 3 years, we've put $12 million into that program. Now that we've really expanded, we estimate that within next year, according to the budget, we're going to be able to put $14 million just in that 1 year, just in this fiscal year. And it's starting with these programs. So a couple programs that are actually online right now. One being the ag electrification program. So this is a program that aims to reduce greenhouse gases related to fossil fuel equipment to the ag sector. So what it is the program provides rebates to the customers that'll replace that equipment. So we will, basically it's any type of funding. Historically, what we've done over the first 2 iterations of this program, we had $160,000 into the program. We were oversubscribed at that time. So in the following year, we expanded our region, our service area. We put $400,000 into the program. And then again, oversubscribed in each one of the counties. Each county is allocated based on their size, how much funding can go to that county specifically. But the more applications we get, the more funding that's going to go into the program. As you can see, being oversubscribed again, we've raised that to a total of $600,000 for this program. So really what we're doing is we really want to make, all of the, we want to making the switch affordable. So again, moving from fossil fuel powered equipment to all electric. This includes farm tools, irrigation pumps, tractors, ATVs, UTVs, and other equipment and vehicles. This October, there we go, little delay, but we have a new construction electrification grant. So this grant is going to be about $1.5 million in funding. Okay, so this is going to target housing developers to construct all electric affordable housing. So for each unit, right? So this is, last year it was all electric housing, just any all electric. What we did is we provide double the incentive for affordable housing. This year, we have made the change to making sure that all the projects go towards affordable housing. So I think that's the biggest difference from last year's program to this year's program. Developers to put in this all electric affordable housing all over our service area. So Monterey, San Benito, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara, and Santa Cruz counties. Jump one. Too many there. So what the program offers $2,500 per unit, as you can see there, with up to $150,000 awarded per development. So I know we've had many conversations already, myself, with developers, so that are looking to use this funding and for these programs. So it is something that is kind of looked at on it's a first come first served basis, but we do have a criteria that needs to be met. But this is something like if a developer is interested in doing this and they're like, hey, this is my idea, this is the direction that I want to go. We get their application in. If the project is 2 years from now, we want to make sure that the funding is still available to them, because this is the incentive for them to create all electric affordable housing. So this program right now for this year is running through October right now, 2021 through September of 2022. And then another program that we launched this month is going to be the school bus electrification program. So this is for public school districts currently enrolled in our service area. So schools, one thing to note there, I mean, you can see a lot of the information. We're going to fund up to 50% of the cost of the school bus, not to exceed $200,000. You're looking at the savings, like the maintenance savings, the fuel savings that they would receive, right, by going all electric. Those are all great benefits, reducing GHG emissions, again, good benefits. And then also just the studies that have done around, the psychology of children riding on an all electric school bus, something that is, it's newer, it's clean, rather than just, really being on, these older model schools that have been around for a while, but do need to be replaced. And so this incentive is for those ones that need to be replaced, is hoping that they can, take advantage of this program. One thing also to note here is that schools within disadvantaged communities and that are, low income eligible communities will receive priority funding for this program as well. And then there's one I wanted to touch on. We don't have it launched yet, but if you see at the top, there are Electrify Your Ride. It's coming in November. Okay, so this is a program that we were really working hard to encourage community members. We're working with community-based organizations, stakeholders in our communities to make sure that they're getting the word out. That program is going to be looking at, when you're looking at buying a new car, we want to make it simple and easy for you. We want to make it, we want to incentivize you financially to go all electric. That is the idea. So it's a program that's coming out. We'll have more to share with all of our chambers here, towards the end of the month. So you guys are aware when the program launches in November, but please do keep an eye out for that program. It's one that we're really, really pushing this year. Also, we'll be working with our member agencies, the counties and city governments, to electrify their fleets as well. So part of that funding will go into fleet electrification as well, but open to not only, commercial businesses to electrify their fleet, cities and counties to governments to electrify their fleet, but also, of course, to our residents to do so as well. So more to come on that.
Is that different from the EV program that we have for offering to low income purchase?
That would probably be the same program, I would assume. Yes. I mean, I don't know if it was specifically through Greenfield is a member agency. So if you heard it from the city, I would probably guess that was, our program that they were offering.
So they had actual guidance advisors that just ended September 30th.
Yes. Yes.
You've got to go directly to the program yourself. But there's also caps on the income.
That is correct.
Program can be the same.
Yes, so the program will be the same. So, yes, there will be caps. So this year's program, again, there won't be caps on the income necessarily, but there will be double the incentive for lower income for you. So you can qualify for lower income and receive double the incentive amount. Now, there will be caps on the price per vehicle, the cost of the vehicle. So, 100,000, yeah, right. So not so much on the person's personal income, because of course we still want to incentivize people in some way to purchase an electric vehicle. But in terms of us making sure that it's available to everybody, and obviously offering additional incentives for the lower income. Yep.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, awesome. Hopefully, let's see here. If there's a way to spotlight me so I'm primarily on there, but maybe not. We're gonna go ahead and turn it over to our partners at Energy Upgrade California. We've been working with them over the last, 4.5 months as part of this wonderful partnership to be their Monterey County representative. But joining us from Energy Upgrade California is my partner, Melody.
Hi, how are you? Well, we're really proud to be partners with the Salinas Valley Chamber. They're doing so much to raise awareness about energy efficiency in the entire county. So we're really grateful for their participation and actually presenting this Lunch and Learn to you so that you can learn more from the PG&E representatives. So we want to thank Helen and Perla for bringing so much information, things that I didn't even know about. There are so many great programs to learn from. And a little bit about Energy Upgrade California. We're a statewide educational initiative of the Public Utilities Commission. We're in response to legislation, Senate Bill 350, which is the Clean Energy and Pollution Reduction Act of 2015. So we're here to help residents and small businesses make some simple changes that can move our state forward in its energy goals, which are doubling energy efficiency, moving 1/3 of the grid to renewable energy, and lowering greenhouse gases back to 1990 levels, all by 2030. So you can join Energy Upgrade California, and I would like to give you an asset. I'm going to provide for you a link here in the chat box. Let's see if I can get it to in the chat. There it is. And you can use this asset, digital asset, to be able to do a business audit of energy use in your workplace. And I'll also give you a link here where you can learn more about Energy Upgrade California. And so I'm really happy that the Central Coast Community Energy was able to bring you a lot more energy efficiency and energy programs and just all the good work that they're doing there. So thank you very much. It really helps to bring awareness to this whole thing and help California reach its goals. So thank you, Salinas Valley, and everyone who participated today.
Thank you so much, Melody. Thank you, everybody who presented. Do we have any other questions for any of our presenters today?
I actually have one question for PG&E about there. I know that there is, but I'm not sure the times of where electricity or using your gas is less than costly than other times. Did I phrase that question? That was a poorly phrased question. But
Yeah, I think you're asking about the time of use rate.
yes.
Yes. So it depends specifically on what rate you're on, but in general, most folks who are on time of use are on a time of use rate where it is more expensive to use electricity between 4 p.m. to 9. So there is another rate if you wanted to get on where it'd be just 5 to 8, but that means the cost of electricity outside those times is a little bit higher than if you do the 4 to 9.
Okay, and so if you're not on that specific program, it doesn't matter. Then if I run a laundry at 8 in the morning or at 10 at night, it doesn't matter. It costs the same. Okay.
You're right. It costs the same, but keep in mind that rate is a little bit higher than what you could get if you were on time of use during those off-peak hours. So it's actually a way to potentially control your bill a little bit if you can. I mean, I know everybody's household is different, so using less energy between 5 and 8 or 4 to 9 might not be an option. But if it is an option, it really is a way for you to control your bill.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Well, that concludes our presentation today. Thank you, everybody who joined us in person. Thank you to our presenters who joined us in person and via Zoom. We also are happy that we recorded this and are able to share it with anybody who's watching it on YouTube or Facebook. We'll get it up there shortly. Thank you so much, everybody. You all have a wonderful day.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.